And back with more Danganronpa. Chihiro is dead, and now we have to investigate who killed her. Yaki is being a dick, as usual, and wants us to help him with the investigation. Even though it sure sounds like he already kind of knows who's responsible, or at least suspects. Well, fuck him. We'll do it our way. Okay, examine the letters on the wall. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning behind it? The poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. Must have been splattered during the murder. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and there's a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell is actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could be anything else. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
The more I look, the more strange it seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but...
What?
We're still not sure who did it. Is that what you're trying to say? I wonder about that. Dude, fuck you. Dude, fuck off, dude. She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the body. You're a very strange woman, you know. Being able to touch a dead body without absolutely no trouble. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She's been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed at 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina and myself are usually in the locker room during the day. It's possible she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However...
Perhaps. But it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret? But that she would also have to come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talking about that, right? All that, I need to get stronger. I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did. Which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. Because of Chihiro's complex. Can't help but wondering what that might be. Now I believe it's time we move on. Already?
What?
New clues aren't going to magically appear by standing around. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. So this is our next location. This place is related? Figure it out yourself. It's no fun if you don't. Well, that's why I have a handy-dandy guide, because you're such a fucking dumbass. Examine card reader in the girls' locker room. If I remember right, this card reader is only supposed to open with our handbooks, right?
What?
You have an issue with it? If you do, take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly clapped his hands
Did
together.
you call for me?
Ah! Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's about the card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through the door when it's unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there was some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl. The ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go into the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell me what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get...
So, in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get that right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer's been right in front of you this entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the Togami family. You managed to sniff out the loophole. Knowing you, I bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement and things. You're treating me like a little puny appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, well, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good! Wait, hold on, you're saying there's a loophole? But in order to borrow someone else's, then that means someone would have to loan it, so...
Are you?
So sleepy! Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be like Byakuya and get your poop together!
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence! No more questions! Figure out the rest on your own damn self!
That's fine.
Well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in mental faculty, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. We came to the main hall. So what are we looking for? Does that mean I have to figure it out myself? The hunk of metal blocking the entrance is like some kind of machine. Surveillance camera. And that's... I can only imagine a gun attached to it. It's so chilling. Surveillance camera. Dang it. Aha! seeing if... Aha. There's a mailbox. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook? Wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Did you know these were here? I happened to find them by chance the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbook of dead students get delivered to the mailbox. So these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. Immediately turn them on. You're right. This is Sayaka's. Now do you understand? That's the key to the loophole I referred to earlier. I'm starting to get it. I see. Now I understand.
What?
Hold on a second. What's
Very
wrong?
strange.
One of these handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? The other handbook showed Junko's name. Then the one that won't turn on is
I
Leon's.
see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment that led to his death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising if the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Now I'm
Hey! What? That handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break! It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and is waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap! Oh, but, even my handbook does have one single weak point.
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret! Wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what the weakness was. Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? It ran out of power. That'd be my guess. Monokuma said it wasn't broken, but it's not turning on. Turn the fucking power on. Find a charger, dumbass.
That's fine.
I don't see any connection to the case, so I guess it doesn't matter now. You think so? Either way, something about it bothers me. Did I say bothers me? I meant bothers. Okay then, that should be enough to get the ball rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. We need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Not quite? What do you mean by that? Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. You really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one who killed her?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly and slipping away before the police can catch up. And what nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but it's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented psycho killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you.
Don't make me...
Oh, shit.
Don't make me repeat.
Is there actually proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. Should provide all the evidence
It's
you
all
need.
clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one who killed her. Evidence to something that actually... Hey, you two! Hey, you two! Big trouble! We need your help!
I don't have time to play
We're
with
busy.
you.
Leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's an emergency! It's an emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me!
Please!
This is serious! Please, you gotta help me! Wait, just calm down, okay?
I mean...
Emergency, what happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier.
Very strange.
And how long? Okay, it's still got a ways to go, actually. Okay, so maybe do this next scene. Talk to Byakuya. Okay. I have to admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we could take a second to figure out what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd say no and then the end. Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us! She's headed to the dorms, to Toko's room. You're right. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency? You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. What's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, I left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her and see how she's doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird
That's
stuff.
fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah. Might as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Oh god! Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Ugh. Aha. I see. She slammed the door in my face. What was that? She'd been acting weird like that the whole time. When I rang a little bit ago... Oh, drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. Doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her alone, so I tried to bust down the door. It felt like something was holding it shut on the other side and I couldn't even budge it. She was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same as Byakuya? Does she really think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Let me check on the time here. Oh, I got some time. Okay. Let me see if I can do maybe like one more scene. Okay, yeah, maybe like one more scene here. Alright, talk to Byakuya. And we'll see how long this one is. Hey, Byakuya, do you think you could ask her to come out of her room?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. You were gonna talk to her? Well, I guess even you can be nice. Stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Back to you.
Byakuya.
Sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. With that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's head back to the investigation. Hold on. What was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
I have no idea. It's another one of her delusions, I'm sure.
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, it means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on
Let's
her.
go.
Without waiting for a reply, he sped away. I tried to talk to him several times, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept walking towards the destination. Finally, his feet brought up a stop right in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Is the evidence that proves Genocide Jack's really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Now, fuck you, dude. Alright, library, examine the door. Okay. I remember on the other side of the door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside.
Let's
Here?
go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. So many books and files. And so much
So
dust,
in
too.
other words,
I'd say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay, examine book on the left, reaction, Tatsugaki, and go to the poll. Okay. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges of dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There's an extension cord plugged in here. Proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord. The shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking, I picked one at random. You have a sharp eye to select that one.
that's right.
That's a report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. You sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up peeking in at it. Without making a sound, I returned it. It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one Byakuya was using.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was there before, and I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Yay! So many files.
That's
What's with all
enough.
these things? These documents are dangerous. They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for the commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. Some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover the value. Oop. There's even a surveillance camera in here. Wait a minute. There's a ton of thick files. If you're thinking of looking through them, I'll give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from crime scenes. Anything a normal person would want to look at. What do you mean? All those files are investigative reports related to different cold cases. With internal documents for police eyes. They're not expected to leak. You're finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library. The entire reason I was interested is this room right here. Home
Interesting.
to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be real,
Such
right?
ignorance.
That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit with your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. I can't keep up with all this, it's unreal. What's wrong? You still don't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches. Besides, what you consider usual is based on common sense, right? But what makes you think your common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I've reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt. Oh, you said you've read all these more than once? Man, there goes my breakfast. Sorry. But all that has to be top secret confidential stuff, right? My family has a reading room just like this at home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Members of the Togami family have access to varieties of government-related documents. That includes foreign as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have it within me in the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever interests me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. He's actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. What always interested me more was the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through these reports has been a hobby of mine even since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among them, one of my recent favorites, the Genocide Jack. As he talked, he grabbed a specific file.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding Genocide Jack has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize. There are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first is that every crime scene has the word bloodlust written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same that happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise. The best part's yet to come. For the second characteristic where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. In other words, no one on the news, online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew this act of mounting the victim. If you recall her corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in that fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself amongst the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is a brutal, fiendish killer? Really is just walking among us?
Interesting.
Things are starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. I will ignore that. About the case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
You didn't beg, but I guess it's okay. Feel free to look at it here, but you can't take it with you. He handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I'd reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. Names of the victims ran on for several pages. Oh my god. Jesus. There'd be no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear. All of the killer's victims had been killed and suspended in this exact same way. And at the scene of the murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page, you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suspected that the suspect might be a student. Might be suggested the suspect may be a student? Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, there's unlikely no external reason. This confused behavior suggests the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words,
the key point here is the culprit may have a split personality. The kind of thing you see on TV. Totally part of another unbelievable story. And this one's more unbelievable than anything else up to now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind's gone numb.
let's go.
Alright, we should be going. Where? Anywhere but here. We finished our business, haven't we? As usual, we turned and left in a hurry to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. All of a sudden?
I don't have time to play
Come
with
on,
you.
enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, good. Fuck you. And just as quickly as he asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything. At the end, or at the same time, I uncovered some really important clues. Genocide Jack. He's the one who killed Chihiro. And the murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what. And to do that, I have somewhere I need to go. I gotta go back to the crime scene. The others might have come up with some useful info. I need to find out everything I can. In the next episode! Hooray! Cool. See you next time.